Morning. So today we're going to go through a bit of a vlog. I'm going to be deloading this week, so thought it was a good opportunity to kind of share a little bit of the behind the scenes as a strength coach and what I do with Outlier. But just getting the morning started. It's a little bit early, but I did not sleep well because I spilt my water in the middle of the night, so that's just how it goes sometimes. Gonna get going and start with a little bit of green tea and get some breakfast and go over what I eat, and then I'm gonna head over to the gym. And I got a lot of stuff to do today, such as gotta do a performance bite, so you'll get to see kind of the process behind recording a podcast, making YouTube within making a YouTube, so that's kind of fun. But yeah, so it should be pretty good. So just finished up making the breakfast. Day to day I switch things up a little bit. Sometimes I drink decaf coffee. Today I went with the matcha green tea, which is kind of like it's a good matcha, but it's not a powder and stuff, so it's pretty light. I'm gonna go work out after this, so having a little bit of a uplift, especially after spilling my water last night, is kind of nice. For breakfast, this has become pretty normal. 3 eggs, about 1/5 of a pound of beef, cheese, and then drizzle of honey on top. This is like a ton of protein, like 40 grams of protein, but it gets me through my workouts. I feel actually really good on this, but when I come back home, I will have another meal with more protein. So this isn't it. So this is first breakfast. I'll show you a second breakfast. So I'm getting ready to head to the gym, but I'm gonna try this new pre-workout. It's more just beats. So in a performance bite on the mouth breathing, nasal breathing, I talked about nitric oxide being a great thing for energy and circulation. So that's what Beats about. But this is the ProMix brand Beats. I've taken Beat Elite before in the past. It was not very good. So this one tastes a lot better, but this is the first time I've taken it for a workout. I've just tasted it. It does say to take it 2 hours prior to a workout, and I'm probably going to be working out in about 30 minutes. So yeah, we'll see if it really even does that much for me. All right, so heading to the gym now. Gym's about a half-mile walk, so we're just gonna do a little walk and talk here. So my training right now has been very hybrid based. When I say hybrid, I'm working on strength, not doing much hypertrophy, but strength, gonna be developing into power and doing a lot of like high interval style training, and then low intensity training. So pretty well rounded. I'm also doing like rock climbing and stuff like that. But this week is a deload, which I actually feel like it's coming at the right time, considering most of the time when I hit like a deload week, I'm just like, it's scheduled and I need to do it. But this time I'm actually feeling it. My metrics are good based upon like my Aura ring and stuff like that. it says I'm like ready to go get it, but I don't feel that way. So I'm glad it's a deload week. We're still going to lift heavy. We're just going to reduce some of the volume, and we're going to spend a little more time on like some TLC. So today I have back squats as my main lift, be doing some accessories to that, and then doing a low intensity spin on the concept bike. And that's just for that zone 2. So I actually only go to the gym 4 times a week, but am incorporating in a zone 2. I have a quick interval sprint and then also like a VO2 max that I do throughout the week. So today we're doing the low intensity, which is needed, and I look forward to that because I think that's gonna be what my body most needs to feel ready for, you know, going into the next phase of the program starting next week. Now, for those of you that don't know, I live in Central Oregon, and it is freaking cold this morning. It is like 13 degrees, I think. So in the shade right now, it is so freaking cold. My ears are actually burning. Usually I wear like earmuff covers when I walk to the gym, but they're dirty. So I didn't, and oh man, it freaking hurts. So yeah, really cold morning. Hopefully the gym is warmed up and the heat is going in there. All finished up with the workout, which took a little bit longer than expected, but thankfully it was that deload, because actually it was like really hard for a deload. But sun's out, super pretty, which is a lot better than when we were walking into the gym and my ears were freezing. So I'm gonna head home. I'm gonna do second breakfast, which I'm gonna go over and let you know what that looks like and whatnot. But I will say that the beet supplement definitely helped, but I think it dropped off pretty quickly too for me. Like when it was there, it was great, and then once it wore down, I really could feel it kind of drifting away there at the end when I was doing the zone 2 on the bike. So still a good thing. I think I just worked out for a little bit too long, but that's what the program looks like for now. So almost back home. So I'm gonna make some Sun Life, I think that's what it's called, Sun Life Organic mock oats. So I do overnight oats with my protein, and then I add some maca, and I add collagen, peanut butter, heat that up, and then put berries, yogurt, banana, and stuff on top. And yeah, that's a good second breakfast. Once again, a lot more protein in that as well. Then after doing that, we're gonna get to work on today's performance bite, which by the time you're watching this, that will be available on YouTube and Spotify. So today's performance bite is gonna be on hypertrophy, which I've done a strength performance bite already, but we're gonna go over hypertrophy, get into the depth on what that looks like. So if you wanna learn more about that, head over to the performance bite on hypertrophy and yeah, get your insights. Been really fun kind of doing those videos a lot more because they're short, they're easy. At least for me, they're easy. As a strength coach, I just kind of do a little bit like of a refresher on my, education and everything. So got a good baseline, just refresh it. Make a good video, make a good audio, mix it up, be an editor rather than a coach for the majority of my day. But yeah, you'll see what that looks like. So I just finished up the breakfast, or second breakfast, I should say. Made a reel for Instagram, going off of some of the content that you're gonna also see in here, but that will already be posted. But I was having this conversation with a friend at the gym and talking about how when I first got into coaching and training, I was, going to school to get my exercise science degree, to then go out, help athletes, help people be the best versions of themselves and stuff like that. And that's a lot of what I did early on is, when I was working in a box gym, it was so much more like, I had 30 to 40 sessions a week, and I was just one-on-ones over and over again, which has its own like flaws, of course. And then, when everything changed and I opened Outlier, I had to basically take all these other duties on. And it was like I went from being 100% a coach to like maybe a 20% a coach, and all of a sudden I'm a content creator, all of a sudden I'm an accountant, I'm a marketer. I am doing these things that I definitely am just like trying to learn as I go, because being a business owner wasn't what I went to school to be. So thankfully I have some people around me that support me and help me, learn things. And over the last almost 5 years, I've learned a lot to be able to do these things. But even when it comes to like the social media or the content creation, be it a podcast or YouTube, these are just things that I'm just like doing and learning as I go. So it's a really interesting thing, because it's like, this is how I make a living, how I pay bills, how I put food on the table. But it's not like I went to school and, paid all the money and all the time to know how to do like this and have this conversation, with a camera that you're now watching through another screen. Like, it's such an interesting thing. So learning as we go, trying to be the best version of me and basically present like the most authentic version of myself as Evan, but also as Coach Evan. And I always talk with my wife, I'm like, I have like these separated personas, and a lot of what people see is more of like, quote unquote, like the Coach Evan. And I'm trying to give a little bit more of like who I am out there and what I'm working towards and what I'm trying to do and be, because I think ultimately that's what people want to see, but also what draws people to an individual is seeing them as a real person. So hopefully doing stuff like this is kind of the thing that helps bridge that gap a little bit more. And also like it allows me to be me, which that's what I want to be. A coach is great. I love being the coach I am, but I also am like a normal person. So, I eat, I train, I sleep, I do other things. I rock climb, pickleball, like normal ass stuff essentially. But, when I get on Outlier Athlete, Instagram, or, stuff like that, like I'm kind of a different person. Thankfully, the podcast and now YouTube are two outlets that I'm basically becoming more familiar with and also becoming myself more with. So very positive on that end, super stoked on that. So next for my day today, we worked out, we've done a lot of eating. Now I'm gonna work like quite a bit. So it's 11:20 and I'm going to be essentially creating a podcast. So I'm gonna do Performance Bite on hypertrophy like I talked about. And then I'm going to be editing that, which is a whole other thing of doing audios and videos and stuff. So that will be posted on here, YouTube, and then also with a Spotify, with the podcast, which also goes on Apple now, I guess. But after that, we'll do more eating at lunch, and then we will spend the rest of the afternoon doing programming, doing kind of the behind the scenes, like bookwork and all that stuff. So yeah, my Monday mornings are highly dedicated to creation, and then we try and bridge off of that a little bit and go more into being the coach and doing the program and stuff like that. Today, we're going to talk about hypertrophy. So hypertrophy is the part of training where a lot of people kind of get confused with strength. So just finished up doing the Performance Bite, and yeah, it was actually a really good one. Had a lot of fun doing that. And so now it's time to edit these things. Just finished up some of the editing and everything like that, and also had lunch, which I did not share, but had some chicken, sweet potatoes, avocado. Keep it pretty simple for lunch, which is why I didn't really find it to be too important to share. So anyway, I'm gonna keep on working on producing this product out so that it can get out today. And when I say today, it's Monday, but this isn't coming out until later in the week. So you can go enjoy this if you'd like to. So actually just finished editing. It took a little bit longer than I would have liked. It always does. So about 3 p.m. now, and I'm gonna make a store run. But I'm gonna tell you guys a little trick that my wife and I do when we need to go to the store. So we actually share a Google Doc that we put all of our food into, as far as like our meals and stuff that we're gonna have for the week. So like the dinners across the board, what we're gonna have, and then we kind of start breaking it up into like produce, meat, and stuff like that of what we're gonna essentially need. So when we go to the store, we have access to that document on our phone, and you can like check it off as you go. And super nice little trick. We've been doing that for a couple of years. So definitely felt like it was worth sharing on here, because when I go to the store and I don't have a list, I 100% chance I'm gonna forget stuff. So yeah, this is kind of like a foolproof way to make sure that we're gonna get everything we need for at least the next 3-4 days, with dinners, lunches, breakfast, all that good stuff. What'd you make for dinner?
Salmon and rice.
Okay, but
That's what I made. Okay, it's salmon that you cook, and then obviously, and then mixed with sriracha and mayo and green onions. You make some rice, some avocado, some cucumber, arugula. It's like a poor man's poke bowl.
all right, so you heard it. We're done. Day's over. We're gonna have dinner. Maybe do some acro. Maybe. We'll see. If we do, I'll put a clip at the end of it of us doing acro, and if it's not there, it means we didn't do it. But thanks for coming along throughout the day and seeing what it was like in, you know, a day with me and what I eat and all that fun stuff. So please like, subscribe, comment, share with everyone, so that we can keep growing the Outlier page and, you know, get more people on board with this nice health and performance lifestyle.